So you're excited to hunt Idaho and fill your freezer with deer and elk venison. But where do you go? This is the first video in a series of digital scouting tutorials that will take you from A to Z in discovering where to go and creating a plan for success on your next Idaho hunt. In this first tutorial, we will learn about how to select a hunting unit for deer and elk in Idaho, accessing the rules, regulations, and seasons for your unit, utilizing Idaho Fish and Game data to evaluate the historical success rates and number of hunters in the unit you choose, and how to use Idaho Fish and Game's Hunt Planner to identify the public land access, as well as roads and trails in your unit. Idaho is fortunate to have over 34 million acres of public land. That's more than 60% of the state. With deer and elk in every unit, you may already know an area you'd like to hunt, or perhaps you wish to hunt close to home. You will first need to consult the Seasons and Rules books to know what seasons are available and when. We'll begin here with the Idaho Fish and Game website to review Idaho hunting seasons and rules. Everything you need to know about hunting in Idaho is contained in the Seasons and Rules booklet, available here online, and free printed copies at all vendor locations as well, so you'll want to become familiar with this. There are two types of deer and elk hunts in Idaho: general and controlled. General hunts means that as a resident, you can simply go online or to any licensed vendor and purchase a tag. Controlled hunts are issued by a lottery process that takes place each year for hunters that wish to apply for a controlled hunt. Because of the ample opportunity and liberal seasons available, for this tutorial, we will focus on general hunts with plenty of public access. In order to do this, we will briefly explain how Idaho Fish and Game administratively manages hunting areas. The state of Idaho is divided into parts called game management units, or units for short. Resident deer hunters can hunt most units in the state with a general regular deer tag, but must check the seasons and rules for specific details and season dates for each unit. For elk hunting, groups of units are bundled together to create elk management zones, or elk zones for short. Elk hunters must select an elk zone and can only hunt in that zone during the designated season. By looking at the unit and zone map, you can see the areas you are interested in and determine when the season is open. Let's look at a few deer hunting opportunities on the unit map page of the Seasons and Rules booklet. Let's say we've decided we'd like to hunt in Unit 39, so we are going to choose that here for our examples. Now, going to the season information, we can see that we can hunt with a rifle or the any weapon season here from October 10th to the 31st. If you are interested in hunting archery or with a muzzleloader, scroll down further here, and we can see that there are separate seasons for those weapons. Next, we will go to the Hunt Planner to view the harvest statistics and public access for the unit. Each year, hunters in Idaho are required to do a mandatory hunter report to indicate if they hunted, and if so, how many days, in which unit, and whether or not they harvested an animal. Looking at this information will give us an idea of the effort that hunters have put in and what their success rate has been. If we go to the harvest statistics page and select deer for 2019, we can look here in this any weapon section, and then we're on unit 39. We can see that the success rate was 22.1%. Now, if we want, we can compare that to other units, and this will give us an idea of the number of hunters we can expect in any given area and what their success rate was. Depending on the experience that you want to have while hunting, this can also help you choose an area for where you want to hunt. And finding a balance between the number of hunters and the success rate, that's a decision that each hunter makes individually. Now let's visit the Map Center in the Idaho Fish and Game Hunt Planner. This will be a powerful resource to show you publicly accessible land to hunt, unit boundaries, and much more. There are a lot of great resources here to explore, but today we'll focus on the most primary. We see a toolbar here on the left where we can customize our map for scouting. Useful layers will be found here in this Turn Layers On and Off tab. And once we've selected this, we see this drop down where we can look and see another drop down menu here for hunt related layers. If we were elk hunting, for example, you would want to have this elk management zone turned on. And for now, we'll just keep the game management unit selected to give us a clear view of the hunting area boundaries. Next, we will want to know which roads and trails might give us access to our unit. We'll do this by continuing down this Turn Layers On and Off tab, and we'll select this drop down here for these reference layers, trails, land, access, etc. We're going to select roads and trails to overlay here and see how we can access all of this in Unit 39. Next, we will want to know what areas of our unit have public access. Idaho Fish and Game has a number of programs that secure access for hunters, anglers, and trappers through wildlife management areas, Access Yes, large tract and Idaho endowment lands agreements. So we can select these layers as well, and also, of course, the state and federal land management. To help make viewing easier, you can also change this opacity for these layers by toggling this little guy right here up and down to the way you like it. One other thing to note is that there are some exceptions of where we can hunt, such as wildlife management areas that may be closed or national wildlife refuges that cannot be hunted in. When looking at your season information in the rule book, you want to read up on any special information and notes that are over here at this end. Feel free to explore the other tools on the Hunt Planner. There are many more great features to aid in your digital scouting process. Okay, we are well on our way to finding a location to hunt this season. You have narrowed down your hunting unit, checked when the seasons will be open for the weapon you choose, and now have a good idea of the public access that you can utilize for your hunt. In the next video of this series, we will take a deeper dive into using digital maps, including Google Earth, to identify deer and elk habitat and narrow your scouting search from this unit to specific areas that you'll want to go hunt on foot.